What's up, MBs? Michael here. It's a beautiful fall day. It's November 7th. It's been a couple days since the hard freeze. So we're going to go up and harvest some more collards. We want to get those leaves that's been kissed by the frost, obviously. And we're going to show you guys how we put them up for the best freshness. In our opinion anyway, this is our favorite way to do it. We'll be harvesting leaves off these things. We're going to show you how we harvest our collards by leaf and allow them to keep growing and giving us more. And then we're going to show you guys how we take and put them up. In our opinion, probably the best way for us for flavor and freshness. Now here's a little tidbit I'd like to share with you that we do here on our homestead. We like to keep in mind that each plant has a different structure when it comes to cell and cell walls. So we like to kind of keep up with it. It all depends on what you're harvesting, what you need to use. A lot of plants seem to fare and heal better from the pinch method. And some plants with the cell structure that they have fare a lot better with straight cut method. When you have something like collards, broccoli, things of that nature, it's best to go ahead and use a sharp object with the blunt cut, because those type plants will give off a certain type of gel that'll help peel over faster with that straight cut, and your plants will give you more leaf harvest that way. So what we like to do when we're doing, obviously, collards today, cabbage, broccoli, things of that nature, we like to use scissors. Okay, so we're going to start off with some of our Morris heading collards first, cabbage collards. This is really easy, guys. All you have to remember is you don't want to go up past your second node. So I'll lay this plant over, and as you can see, where these leaves meet the stem, and the main part is called a node. Inside of that is called an internode. So what you want to do is you want to start with, this would be your first node, but that's just a leaf. This would be your second node. We're not going to come up into this part here. So we're going to go up 2 nodes, harvest all those leaves, and leave this part on. And that's what's going to help us get more leaves later on. Alright guys, and as you can see, we haven't even really harvested anything off these yet. So we're going to go ahead and show you. It's really easy. You want to leave not much more. You want to leave about that much on there, and I'll get you a close-up in a minute. Alright guys, here you go. Now, all these little things in here is turnips that we planted some time ago. They just decided to come up. Not sure what's going to come out of that, but anyway, this is what your collard will look like. And that's about, you want to leave maybe 4 or 5 leaves on, and just go on to your next one, and your leaves will come back. And over here on our drip tape is our Champion Collards. We've been growing these things for a while now. These things are pretty awesome. We have got quite a few harvested leaves off those. These guys were hit pretty hard by the freeze. And we thought, because they had laid down, we thought they wasn't going to come back, but they look awesome today. We are just going to keep leaf harvesting these things. And we're just going to let them keep rolling on through the winter time. Alright MBs, this is what it looks like before we come and harvest. And then here's one after. You can see we have about 4 leaves on it. You see if I can help you get them. That's what they look like. Alright guys, here's our collards. We're going to put some up, show you guys how we do that. We're going to cook the rest today for Sunday dinner. And here's what our collards look like now that we're done. You always want to make sure that you leave at least 2 nodes on these collards for them to give you more leaves. You don't want to cut too many off because you'll kill them. And you always want to make sure you use that clean cut method, and it'll sure help you out. So we have 1 node for these 2 big leaves, and then that second node for right here, and we actually have our little tops there. Alright guys, so that's what they should look like, and that's pretty easy. Now let's go in here and show you guys how we fix them. Now we also have a special little way that we like to destem our leaves. All it entails is that you fold your collard leaf over in half, kind of like a piece of paper. Make sure you support the entire leaf in your hand, and then just grab the stem from the thickest part and pull it out, and most of the time all you will get is stem. Now the trick here is to make sure that once you get your leaf folded over, that you completely support the entire edge of the leaf, and the stem will come completely off without you losing any tip. Now I'll go ahead and let you see us do a couple of more, just so you make sure you get it down right. Before we get our leaves de-steamed, we're going to put them in just some regular cold water from tap. This ain't an ice bath, this is just cool water to go ahead and wash off the remaining dirt and whatever else is left on those leaves. We're going to let them sit here for just a few minutes, and we'll show you our next step. Alright, your next step is you're going to want enough boiling water to cover all your collards. You're going to want your collards drained, and you also want an ice bath.
Alright, so now what we're going to do after we've already cut them and separated them and took them off the stalks is we're going to make sure your water is boiling into a rolling bowl, and we're just going to stick these in there for 1 minute to blanch them. Go ahead and do that right now. We'll just do them in batches. And we're going to let them roll for 1 minute. We've set the timer on the stove. Alright, so now our timer's off. We're just going to stick this pot here, and we're going to take these collards and stick them in an ice bath so it stops the breakdown of the enzymes in the collards and stops the actual cooking. You're alright. And then once we take them out of here, what we're going to do is put them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer. Alright, back over here to do our second.
Alright guys, told you that was easy. Now all you want to do is just take your collards and load them up in your choice of whatever size freezer bag you want, and just throw them in the freezer. Alright, that's how we harvest and save our collards. Thank you for watching, and as always, we'll try to see you on the next.